Province of Turkey, down by the mountains of the east. Oh, Fahan on the streets, living with family, got loads of money. Parents and grandma bitless. 5 siblings and Uncle Mumphrey. Beautiful cobbled streets. Dear and Tavil and Armanui. Sisek on the Skina, that's Ruby. Tamil decals on the property. After disappearance of Mumphrey. Father be dead already. And now there's two.
Times two.
The soldier's gonna take them out. Out.
Just like it did in Von Bay.
The soldier's gonna take them out. Out.
Just like it did in Von Bay.
The soldier's gonna take them out. Out.
Just like they did in Von. Just like they did in Von.
Armenians, watch out. The Turks gonna take your place. They locked in the Gorians in. Well, they gonna take their things. The girls will be chosen to suit the needs of soldiers. Armanui got scared. She took a poison and died, which scarred Vahan for life. Once they left the inn, they went on a walk for miles. So same thing with Grandma. She drank from a river and died. But Vahan did not see how the rock came from behind. Mother then decides. Second Vahan must leave in the night. They gotta say goodbye. To Mother and Oskina, Vahan is scared. What if Sisak wasn't there? Things went upside down. Vahan touched by a man. Sisak is sick in the barn. The janitor comes near. After they both split, Vahanu's got one choice.
What two?
Finding 2 papers at during school, so he runs to the house through the bathroom door, but falls asleep on the floor. Once found is relieved, he won't suffer no more. He's taken aside, he's clean and fed, but he isn't given a bed.
He's kept inside a closet where he will do no harm, and putting the family in danger for being killed by gendarmes. He lost his faith, believes no more there is no God in his core, but 7 days later he's told he must go. He's feeling upset, but he won't let it show. He knows the opportunity and did what they could, so he goes on his way, searching around, finds an abandoned house. He stays for the night, has no strength to fight his crushing loneliness. He decides to leave, but what does he find? His sack lying on the ground. He's anything but fine. He takes him to the house where later on he dies. Why couldn't Sisak survive? He decides to leave the house for good. Little did he know he was being a fool. A gendarme took him to his former school. He sat on a bench where he contemplates death. Lucky for him, it ends in escape. Once he awakes, surrounded by water, he sees the sunlight. He swims for his life. His one hometown has changed now. He sees Turkish children begging. He feels he shouldn't, but he knows he should. He's got to survive in this neighborhood. He goes up to a woman. He starts to beg. He elbows the children to claim the bread. With his pride gone, he knows then that he's got to return to the Altunians. Once he returns, they take him in, let him, they sent off again. Offline Bay, his father's old friend, he stays in the barn with the horses he tends. He sees Salim as a friend, then he sees his cold-hearted ways when he lets Henry Roaster and Niche get raped. 1 week later, he must travel to Andreas. Salim's father is obsessed with tomatoes. He's General Khalid's got a stuck-up wife, she's got a servant who's very nice. But over time, he decides he must go. When he no longer sees Miss Mahari and his son, he messes with tomatoes and starts to run. He joins a group of Turk refugees where he pretends he can't hear or speak. Taking him in as a family. He makes friends with Sate, Shirin, and Aziz. Mustafa suspects Vahan is lying and tries to solve the issue of violence. Vahan sees one Armenian killed and realizes he can't just sit back and chill. He went by Galib for a few months, and after that, he's back on the run. He ends up in Tivas, so nowhere to go, so he lays on the ground and sleeps on the floor. He hears a man yell for him shop, and that's where he meets Aaron Sarab.
After 8 days, he's brought to a mission where he's disguised as a girl named Rakeen. They have found him a home after a few weeks. He's dressed to impress the Tashians, who are also Armenian. A doctor and his wife, and on Vahan's face they placed a grin. He's finally found a home for him, a place where he can fit in. He meets a girl named Seta, who holds a dear place in his heart. And over time, weeks go by and he hopes they never part. He never even knew that she was pregnant from the start. She was guest of the council, who would fulfill his needs, but when she became pregnant, he found her disgusting. When Seta gave birth, she felt very ill, and this did not give Vahan a thrill. A week later, she passed. Kalkir, her baby, is taken to the council in Germany. Miss Tashian passed. 2 weeks later then, Vahan is set to leave because him and Mr. Tashian don't connect. He gets in line and transfers supplies. He still gets in, even though he lied. Because of interpreter, he is out by. The doc gives him 10 liras on his way. He leaves in the morning the next day. He meets a man named Aziz. He knows Vahan's young and gives him some
cigarettes.
After 4 days as a wagon driver, his friend Aziz falls off a cliff.
Goodbye.
Vahan was scared because Aziz was his boy, who gave him some tips. He finished the trip and walked a few miles and meet a Greek boy named Manolish. He was relieved because the Greeks were also targets. Manolish introduced his father's spears, where he would become one of Vahan's heroes.
His friend will take him to Constantinople, the place where Vahan was trying to go. He gets Vahan on a big boat for a price of 8 lira out of his tent. He must stay inside a windowless room with a boy named Gaggy, whose family's at 2. After 4 days of seasickness, Gaggy and Vahan finally witnessed the beautiful city of Constantinople. Vahan and Gaggy were just so hopeful until that other boat showed up. They came for both Vahan and Gaggy, thought it would be something tragic. Only their money was taken, but they were still a little shaken. They found some very helpful men like Mr. Sharon and a ram. They got them to St. Gregory's orphanage. There the boys were very fortunate. In 1918, the war had ended. 3 years of his life, nothing splendid. Oskina and Vahan finally reunited and torch of love finally lighted.
Mother passed 5 days after the boys had left. Uncle Mumpy was killed, which you could have guessed. In 1921, Vahan and Oskina arrived in Ellis Island
Yeah.
to spend a new life in America. Now we're done!
We be getting it out.
Okay. After 8 days, he's brought Sarah taken to the council system in Germany. The place in.
Are you sure you don't want to divide
No,
it?
I don't. I don't.
Okay.
All I have to do is this. How is it so hard? You don't say anything. We're gonna do this. We're doing the video. We are. Okay.
He must stay inside a windowless room with the white boy named. I said with the white boy named. Which was? Sis, I can't talk right now.
But you picked up the phone though.
Yeah, to tell you I can't talk because I feel like it'd be a little disrespectful.
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's your name again?
I'm Layla.
Yeah, hey Layla.
Hi.
Layla.
Shut up.
Shut up, Carl. Oh my God, you need to stop. You
What?
need
I'm
to stop.
just saying hi. How you doing?
How you?
How you doing?
What y'all doing? Y'all doing y'all little project?
It's not a little
The editing station. Love that. Editing. The filming station that we stopped filming. The eating station, the drinking, and the cat station. Love that. Hello. So you guys better like our video because if you don't, well, I mean, that's your problem. I can't really do anything about it, but you should like it.